Ask an agent to book you a flight, and behind that one simple request, something you never see kicks in. Dozens of separate calls to a language model, each one metered, each one billed by the token, each one silently adding to a running total nobody shows you. Chat with an AI once, and you pay for one exchange. Turn that same AI loose as an agent, thinking, checking, retrying, and you've just started a meter that doesn't stop running until the task is done. Here's the part everyone already half knows. Every message you send an AI and every reply it sends back is priced by the token, roughly a word and a bit each. Anthropic's own current rate card, for example, prices Claude Sonnet 5 at $2 per million input tokens and $10 per million output tokens through the end of August 2026, rising to 3 and 15 after that. Fine print, sure, but it means every single call, in or out, has an exact itemized price tag attached to it. A single chat message is one call, one price, done. An agent is not that. An agent runs in a loop. It thinks, it calls a tool, it reads back the result, and then it thinks again. And it can't just remember what happened one step ago, because every one of those steps is a brand new API call that has to resend the entire conversation so far, from the very first message, just to stay in context. Take the most literal version of this: an agent controlling your actual computer. Every step, it takes a screenshot to see what changed. And a screenshot isn't free text, it's an image, billed by the pixel. Claude prices images at roughly 1 token per 28 by 28 pixel block of the picture, so a single 1920 by 1080 screenshot runs about 2690 visual tokens on the high-resolution tier, and still over 1500 on the standard tier. And that's before counting the roughly 700 to 900 tokens every tool definition you hand the model adds to the bill on every single call, whether that tool gets used or not. Multiply that by 50 steps, and the math turns ugly fast. Step 1 pays for message 1. Step 50 pays for message 1, plus every message in between, plus message 50, because the full history rides along on every single request. The tax isn't the new thing you just said. It's dragging everything you've already said behind you, over and over, for the rest of the conversation. There is a real lever here, and it's not a hack. It's built into the API. Prompt caching lets a repeated block of context get billed at a fraction of the price on every reread. A 5-minute cache costs 1.25 times normal to write, but a cache hit costs just 1/10 of the standard rate, so it pays for itself after a single reuse. And for anything image-heavy, uploading once through a file's API and referencing it by ID, instead of resending the raw picture every turn, keeps that weight from ever being paid twice. Then there's a cost most people don't even know exists: the model's own internal reasoning. Extended step-by-step thinking is billed for the full amount generated, even when you only ever see a short summary of it. Anthropic's own guidance for agents doing screen work is blunt about the trade-off. Crank reasoning to maximum on some models, and you pay more tokens for zero extra accuracy on a UI task. The smarter setting is often the cheaper one. And here's the sneaky part: it's not just the tools an agent uses that cost you. Just handing the model a list of available tools, the ones it might never touch this turn, adds a fixed token overhead to every request, before a single one of them is called. A fully loaded agent is paying rent on its whole toolbox every time it thinks, used or not. None of this matters at the scale of one demo. It matters enormously at the scale of production. An agent looping 50, 100, 300 times to finish one real task, or a whole team of agents running in parallel, each one accumulating its own history, its own screenshots, its own thinking tokens, all billed independently, all at once. A person chatting with an AI never sees any of this. One message in, one message out, one small bill. The moment you're the one running the agent, the developer, the founder, the team shipping the thing, every additional step it silently takes to get your task done is a metered event with your name on the invoice. So the people actually running agents at scale treat cost like a design constraint, not an afterthought. Cheap, fast models for the simple steps, the expensive model only for the step that actually needs it, caching turned on by default, and anything that isn't time-sensitive pushed into batch processing at half the price. An AI agent thinking was never free, and it was never abstract. It's a running meter, ticking in tokens, at every single step it takes without you in the room. The teams building agents that actually survive contact with a real budget are the ones who learned to read that meter, not the ones who assumed it didn't exist.